Morning. I'm having my oatmeal this morning. I've got a half a cup dry cooked in 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, and I've got 1 tablespoon of the raw almond butter for 3 points, although 2 tablespoons is 5 points, so you get a better deal if you go that way, but I didn't want to use that much. And then I've got cinnamon in there, I've got a little stevia, and I've got all of these berries in there. And so I've got an 8-point breakfast right here. All right, I just added a half of a small banana on top and just like a teaspoon of sugar-free syrup for a little extra sweetness. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning, and I've been having so many issues with I need to get a new router, I need to get a new phone, I need to get more storage space on my phone, apparently. And our internet connection is just, it's just been giving us a hard time. So it's kind of hit and miss with everything. I mean, it takes me like 5 times to try to upload a video lately. So I don't even know if you're ever going to see this one. I hope so. But anyway, I have a lot of patience, so we'll deal with it. But we have so much to do today, so many errands to run, and we have to get our language and reading done during the day too as well. So we don't do math and language and reading on the same days because for my kids it's too taxing for them with their special needs, and so we separate them and do every other day with each one. And then but we do fit in, we homeschool, in case some of you are new to my channel. And then we fit all the social studies in, and the art, and history and those types of things. We fit them in throughout the week. But PE we pretty much do every day because all 3 of my boys are ADHD. We really need to do PE every day. So anyway, I will see you in a little bit. Hey everybody, I just wanted to touch base really quick on how I was feeling because you probably noticed I've been having a lot of beans lately. I'm still taking the Bean Assist little enzyme, and I just take 1 whenever I have beans, and I find that it really greatly reduces any discomfort. But I have forgotten it a couple times, and it really wasn't too bad. So I trust my enzymes are working very well. Anyway, now I did not weigh this morning, but I do feel smaller now than I have, in about a week and a half or so. So I'm really glad for that. All the bloat is gone and down, and one thing I'm loving about having more beans, things like that, is that, and with more whole foods, is when I have more beans and whole foods, I really feel like I have a lot of energy, like all the time. Another thing that I've noticed is that I try to keep, if I have beans later in the day, I have less beans for dinner. I will have them still, I think, because I love them so much, but I will have less than I had at lunchtime, because when I have a lot of them, they are carb rich. And it kind of keeps me up, keeps my mind up at night, and so I have all kinds of crazy dreams, and I don't like that. I like to sleep soundly if I can, so I'll have less or no beans at dinner. So I try to keep my carbs earlier in the day if I can, and if I have some beans for dinner, I'll just try to temper it and just have a smattering or something like that. Definitely have protein with it for sure. But anyway, so I'm doing okay with that. I'm not sure. I know my body's adjusting. It's really adjusting to, upping my whole foods and bulk and fiber and beans. And I'm just giving it some time to recognize that. I mean, in the past, I would be like, what? I haven't lost any weight in 1 or 2 weeks. I got to do something different, and I don't want to do that this time. I really need to stick this out and deal with this and let my body adjust and see if it's going to, unless my weight's going up like significantly, then I'm not going to worry about it. You know what I mean? I mean, within 2 pounds or whatever, I can see, especially if I'm holding more carbs, my body's going to want to hold more water to process those carbs. So I'm really upping my water intake, but I expect to be, holding more water. I mean, it's just something that is natural and healthy for your body to do in order for it to process that. So that's okay. I'm not worried about it. My husband says I look great, and I love that. He says that. I know where I want to be though, and because I'm, you know, pretty close to my goal, I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be a hard, slow transition from here on in, and that's okay. So I'm really concentrating on health. The points, I love Weight Watchers because it shows me how point heavy things are anyway. I mean, I could be going, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm doing Whole Foods. Let me have like 5 dates. Guess what 5 dates is? Oh my goodness. Dates are very point heavy. So if you're going to be making desserts with dates and things like that, pay attention. One of the reasons why I make that one vegan cheese sauce that I make is because I like it. It may be a little less cheesy than other sauces that use like cashews in them, things like that. But the reason why I like the one that I use, and I had it on my last video, was that they don't use any nuts in that one, and so it's not very point heavy. It's just like 1 point per small serving that I have, so it may not even be that, but I think it's fair to put a point out for that. And I enjoy it. To me, it was more of like I put a little bit of that sauce on my eggs last night, and for me, I was just kind of using it as like instead of a hollandaise sauce or something like that, and they were really good. I had eggs on muffins with avocado, and it was just, honestly, I could eat that every day for the rest of my life. It was so good. But anyway, I just wanted to check in with you and let you know where I was on what I was doing in case anybody else is wondering what I'm thinking about. So I will see you in a little bit. Bye, guys. Hey guys, we're in the car again. Alright, so I'm on my way to go do a few things, and as I was leaving, there was like a little something pinned on, like a notice pinned onto the outside of our gate, and I looked at it and it said that I guess the city or I don't know, local government is considering rezoning to include our area, and right now we're considered county. It's funny because we're kind of like on the line, so like people across the street are considered city, so the people in the city cannot have chickens and horses and whatnot, but we can. We're considered county, and a lot of the homes on the other side, the county homes, actually have land to keep the animals, and so they're considering changing it so that our side, I guess our area, is going to be considered city. But I mean, if that happens, then our taxes for our home will go up. Our property taxes would go up, and that would be significant because anybody who's bought land included in the house has already got a larger payment, and so bringing that up is, I mean, that's no fun. That could make, kind of a significant difference. And then not only that, but to pay more for a home that, when we bought it for the reason that we wanted to keep chickens, you know what I mean, which we don't have yet, but we will once the spring comes. But we wanted to keep chickens. The people across the street from us, I mean, the people next door to us have horses, you know what I mean. The people who lived in our home before us had a pig and a goat, and I mean, this is why we bought the property that we're at, right? And so why would we, first of all, pay that much for the property because it had the land that would allow us to have the animals, but then on top of that, okay, let's say they make a city, so we lose that right to have the house the way that we wanted, which is why we bought it, and then on top of that, actually even pay more just to be included in the city. It just doesn't make sense to me. So anyway, they have like a, you can show up for the public hearing, which is like in February sometime, and protest, and we're going to put it in writing, and my hubby and I will probably show up, because we really, and it stinks that, you have to like show up just so you can be left alone and live the way you were living in the first place. I mean, isn't that kind of upsetting? Anyway, and then he's got to take time off of work. I got to take time away from, schooling the kids and everything that I'm doing, so we can go tell them to let us continue to live the way we're living now, which is, you know what I mean? I mean, why are we being bothered with this? But anyway, I'm sorry. Why are you being bothered with this? Because I'm sharing. This is what I do, is I share everything on my channel. Thank you for listening. For dinner, I have one of these Oro wheat pita pockets. They're really fluffy, and they're 3 points a piece. And then I put that with avocado, a quarter of an avocado, some sliced tomatoes, 1 egg, and then I have half an orange, and I believe that is about a half a cup of, what else? Pinto beans. Okay, so I picked up 2 pairs. It was a BOGO day at Payless Shoe Source, and I bought these tennis shoes, which have like a real cute little fluffy thing on them on top. It's just, I think they're adorable, and they're real cute shoes, but my husband doesn't understand them. Obviously, he does not appreciate the fluffy thing. And then on these are really cute. Look at these. They're kind of like a silky look. It's black with these little silk flowers, and that's another tennis shoe. And so it was a buy one, get one half off, and they were both on clearance. So which ones do you guys like, and do you like the fluffy things? Would you wear the fluffy things? All right, let me know. Hey guys, I just wanted to say goodnight. I made a mistake with the Oro wheat pitas. Those are 3 points for half, not a whole one. A whole one is 5 though, not 6. So next time, unless I'm really hungry, I'll probably just eat a half. And so I was gonna leave points on the table, but I found a part of a raspberry tart that I bought this weekend in the refrigerator, and I decided to just go ahead and enjoy myself and finish it. So that took the rest of my points, and I dove into some weeklies. So anyway, and on top of that, I had one of the persimmon cookies, which is just 3 points, that the kids made, but of course I wanted to try one of those. So anyway, tomorrow is another day. All right, I'll see you guys then. I love you guys. Oh, and I did for exercise. I've got about 2,000 before I hit. I think I'm at 13,000 or so, just under 13,000 steps for today. And I was working out on the trampoline, so that's what I've done. So I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see what happens then.